Dear Diary, it's been a while. It's Pete here. Just wanted to talk to you about a couple of gigs I did recently. I did one at the Dog and Parrot Tavern with Chanster. We actually drove down together, which was great. And I have to say that that's a really fantastic room that they've got going there. It's really nice to turn up to a place where people know that there's going to be comedy and that they're into it. They're really invested in the night, and they were a really giving crowd, which is a little bit rare in Brisbane sometimes, to be honest. It does feel that sometimes you're springing the gig on the majority of the crowd when it comes to doing stand-up in Brisbane. That, you know, you've just got people at a pub who are quietly feeding their own alcohol addictions or gambling addictions, and then you've got to come on stage unexpectedly and make them laugh. And that doesn't make for a fun time. It's such a relief to just get a really supportive, really into it crowd.
Then they went to the artist formerly known as the Islamic State. Then they went to Islamic State 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Josh Armstrong, who runs the room there, is doing a great job with it. And I'd absolutely recommend going down and checking out one of the shows. It was a lot of fun as well because I got to see Joel Bryant do a much longer set. I think he did about 20 minutes, half an hour or so. And he's a lovely, wonderful, supportive human being. And he's really fucking funny. He just has an ability to make me really piss myself laughing. I was wiping away tears during his set. That's how hard I was laughing. I had a slight problem with some audience interaction, which is always fun. I sometimes try and include little bits of audience interaction into my bits. Most of the time it is a complete lie. I'm literally only talking to people who are near the front. I've got no specific reason for doing so, other than I'm trying to make it somewhat more relatable.
Noticed lately that a lot of girls, a lot of women, ladies, looking very heartbroken lately. You definitely look heartbroken.
Her boyfriend took exception to that on this occasion.
No, not because she's dating you. Watch me dig my way out of this one. It's not because
he was unaware that I was simply setting up a bit, and I wasn't having a go specifically at him. I don't know if I'm even going to continue trying to involve the audience in that bit, because I don't think it's even that necessary. Yeah, I've seen people take that in very different ways.
It's because George Clooney got married. George Clooney got married and everyone was really disappointed.
But I recovered well from it, and the rest of the set went fine.
When Katy Perry got divorced from Russell Brand, there was just that thought that went through my head when I heard that news, and I just went, yeah, I'm in for a shot now.
But I was mainly just trying to get together a set for Raw, which I actually did last night. I'm recording this a little bit later in the week. I don't actually have any footage from Raw, because the spotlight at the paddo is so ridiculously bright that my camera would only pick up a distinctly white figure on stage, making me look a lot whiter than I normally do. That gig went okay. I made it through to the semi-finals, which I must admit I wasn't really expecting, because I was absolutely exhausted when I went on stage. I'd been up since 7:30 and I'd been working all day, even though there was a slightly less of a crowd than there was last year. But they were pretty responsive, and I unfortunately didn't really get a chance to see anyone else because I went home pretty early, partially because I was so tired, and partially because I wanted to avoid all the fucking traffic caused by One Direction being in town. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to say for the moment. I'm sure there'll be gigs here and there It's a little bit hard predicting when some of these vlogs will happen because there isn't a huge amount of stage time in Brisbane at the moment. Everyone's really struggling with that. You may have noticed by the huge gap in some of our uploads. But yeah, hopefully we'll get on stage soon, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.
Yeah, that'll do me. You guys have been fantastic. Peter Thrupp, ladies and gentlemen! Woo! Give him another round of applause, please. It's sensational.